Ready to assault the YouTube algorithm. Is that right?
Did you see JD Vance say in 2016, "I'm a never Trump guy," and I never liked him talking about Trump?
No, I missed that one, but adds up. For them.
I couldn't believe that it just 2016. Like I'm sure he became Trump's boy in like 2024, 23. So just 7, 8 years after, he's changed up his shit that much.
What do you expect from them snakes in DC, brother?
It's just so obvious that it's ridiculous at that point, where he's just saying, "I'm a never Trump guy and I never liked him," and then he becomes the vice president for the guy. Has to change his name like multiple times to hide his private equity background. Kind of just change who he is as a person. I told you I didn't like him whenever he first came out.
Dude, he's a copy and paste of all the other Republican politicians. I mean, his face is very memeable too, which is nice.
He's definitely just they're paving the way for him in 2028. I guarantee he's going to be president in 28.
JD, you're betting JD 28.
Unless Trump's fucked up that much that we're not going Republican again. But either way, it's like fucking same branch. Same
Dude,
branch.
I'm saying Trump 2028. I don't know about you, brother.
I mean, I also am saying that. I don't think he's gonna leave.
I think we should just accept the God Emperor for who he is. Allow T-Dog to consume us.
Do you actually think that, or are you just joking? Because I dead ass think that.
I mean, I wasn't being for real about letting T-Dog consume us.
Nah,
But
dead ass going to sign an executive order and just try to bypass some shit.
I, I don't know. Fucking time will tell. I'm no fucking. I don't make bets into the future, brother.
We just about took her down for Trump on Jan 6th.
I mean that would have been pretty cool. I don't feel too bad for them boys up there in the.
Everyone thinks Nick Fuentes is a Fed because he was at the Capitol riots saying everyone get in or everyone go in or some shit. Like he was yelling and trying to fire people up at January 6th.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, and there's video of it. And
Uh-oh.
people try to say he's a Fed because of that, but I think I cannot with how much
Maybe
I've
he
seen
just got stirred up.
without I think that is literally just what happened. I cannot see Nick Fuentes being a Fed at all.
Uh, I at this point, dude, I've taken the black pill. I've accepted. I don't know anything. It's game over for me. Nick Fuentes might as well be a Fed.
There's no way with how much like shit I've seen of him and just how young he is too and how long he's been in the game. Like he like the point where he could have gotten bought out like already did happen. He already got discovered by Ben Shapiro whenever he was really young and went in like that fucking that media route. What's his media called?
I have no idea.
Daily Wire. He was going Daily Wire route after getting discovered at like a college debate. And he was fully going that path until he started questioning Israel, and they just could not have that at all. People started like cutting ties with them who were involved with them at the company, like people who he considered friends, and so like that point where he could have became an asset, kind of like what Ben Shapiro is already gone.
Yeah, dude. Whenever you went on fucking Patrick Bet David's podcast, he refused the flight in paid for. He refused the fucking drive to the studio paid for. Brother paid it all on his own dime. He's not being owned by anybody. D-Clap.
He's definitely making bank at this point because he is like one of the top as far as live streamers go, probably number one right now. And that's just like Rumble numbers somehow. He's somehow getting number one on just fucking Rumble and Cozy.
Yeah, no, he's a madman. I don't know. I mean, everybody likes him. He's a white boy with motion. He uses the hard R. He doesn't like the J's. I mean,
What's not to like?
Yeah, no, I mean, as much as he acts like he disrespects the Black Queens, I know he loves Candace Owen.
I was very surprised as to how much I thought it was going to be a debate. Whenever I tuned into that, I watched it like the day after it came out, I think, and it just was just a hit piece on him. Like, she was trying multiple times to get like a gotcha moment, trying to fuck him over.
Yeah,
And I think he
what
went
do you
into that debate too.
what do you expect out of these folks? Any political commentator, I mean, I don't know. You got. I don't know, bro. Again, I feel like I've been on a huge black pill streak lately. I'm game over with in terms, like, whenever I'm just fucking on Instagram, just scrolling, I'm like, how many of these videos are AI? I have AI psychosis.
I've been getting black pilled hard on just like not not what's going on in my life right now. I feel like just like in my actual life's going good, but fucking this guy said I look like a young Eric Dubé. Do you remember who Eric Dubé is, Sam?
No.
He was that flat Earth guy that made the "What is the Horizon" video that I kept trying to get you to watch.
Oh shit. So you should be honored.
Yeah, I guess so.
Shout out to No Sun Stars. Respect.
What was I just saying?
I'm not sure.
Oh shit.
Probably some bullshit about January 6th if I had any guess.
Well, what I was going to say
Oh
before
wait, no, we were talking about Mr. Fuentes.
what I was gonna say before I went on that tangent was about Fuentes was that a lot of the people I see saying he's a Fed just kind of seem like they're jealous at how much numbers he's doing, and like they act like it's not from jealousy, but I literally cannot see at this point him being a Fed.
Dylan, everybody hates a white boy with motion. Everybody, bro. What are you gonna do? It's the nature of the universe.
You want to get into Columbine now?
Fire up, buddy.
Oh, where do you even want to start? Because there's just so much to this shit, and whenever I first started looking into it, I looked at it as a real event. Like I looked at
I think you should break down the propane bombs for us first.
well,
Break it.
that might be against terms of service if I just go into a detailed description about how to make a propane bomb. I heard that the bombs
Well,
were
you don't,
like some of the bombs are so advanced that literally there's no way they could have made them themselves.
bro. The fucked up shit. The fucked up shit about researching this is it's so many people just saying one thing or another. Like nobody fucking agrees. Like just the amount of weird shit going on is wild.
The fact that there can be so much inconsistencies like that, though, with the official report compared to what all the eyewitnesses say is just insane. I guess we should break down for anyone who doesn't know, but I'm sure everyone knows because other than SH, it's probably the biggest school shooting ever. I mean, it was, as far as numbers go, it was the biggest school shooting ever until SH in 2012.
And no, I mean it was the very beginning of a fucking surge too. A lot of copycats afterwards, as
Yeah,
they say.
Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold are the two people that were involved in the Columbine shooting. There were two kids that went to the high school in Littleton, Colorado, and basically they went in. The official story is they were trying to like a lot of people don't know they were not actually just trying to shoot up the school. They had fuckloads of propane bombs and other shit planted inside the school that did not detonate. But if those bombs would have detonated and then they just could pick off kids as they ran out of the high school, they could have got easily 300 to 400 deaths. And that's like it's so crazy. It's only like the grace of God that didn't happen because the sheer number of deaths in one event like that would have just that probably our guns probably would have been taken away by now if they actually could have pulled off something like that.
Yeah, no, the bomb's not going off. That fucking shot a hole straight through their plan. It was game over from there.
Over 90 bombs were found in the cafeteria, planted in the cafeteria. And those bombs were supposedly planted in 8 minutes, where the cafeteria tapes were like the janitor was supposed to change the cafeteria tapes. And for 8 minutes, he supposedly forgot about it and then changed it to the next tape. and it started rolling again. Like before the school shooting ever even happened, like whenever these bombs were supposedly planted. And some of these bombs were so big that there's no way they could have carried them in themselves.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I mean, it was something like 20 propane canisters alone, not including all the bomb parts and shit like that.
So these dudes went in because the bombs didn't go off, and then they were able to kill 12 students and one teacher, and then including themselves makes the death total 15. There's an updated death total in 2025 to 16 now because this girl died from sepsis related to her, but this is like years now. It's 25 years later, but she died from sepsis that was they contributed to her dying from her 2 gunshot wounds that she got during this event. So it makes it 16 people total, I guess, but 15 there that day, including themselves. And like over 30 kids injured.
Right.
That's on April 20th, also Hitler's birthday and the day of our Lord Weed.
Nice correlation. I like this.
And 2 days before, or 1 day before, OKC and Wake Up.
I know. I mean, is it a satanic event, Dylan? Let's get down to the brass tacks.
Funny that you mentioned that because Mark Taylor shot during this event and he actually lived. He said that it was a satanic psyop and claimed that multiple times throughout the years, saying that it was like a sacrifice basically. And then I forgot what year it was, but he was chemically lobotomized and also institutionalized against like the wishes of his parents, against the wishes of him. They basically just black bagged him and then said that he had an incident in a library. They never you can't find anywhere what the incident is, but they black bagged him in the middle of the night probably. But they said he had an incident at the library, and then they have institutionalized him ever since. His mom's had to get lawyers to try to get him out. She can't get him out. That lawyer actually, I watched a video of that Mark Taylor's lawyer talking. Mark Taylor actually successfully, with this lawyer, sued the drug companies that supplied Eric Harris his psych meds. They were able to successfully sue them for an undisclosed amount and won in court. And then after that happens, he gets institutionalized.
It doesn't surprise me, dude. Don't even get me started with the satanic elite. You know how much I love that shit. This is gonna give me the heebie-jeebies before I go to bed. I'm not sure about this anymore.
I actually liked looking into Columbine a lot more than looking into what's going on right now. Because if every time I look into fucking current events, that's what actually depresses me. Like Columbine's already actually fucking over with. It started echoing. It's fine. Columbine's actually over with, but what's going on today with Palantir and us we're going into just complete total tyranny. We're going to lose our rights within the next, I don't know, 20 years, let's give it, but it's probably going to be even sooner than that. And we're so fucked. Like, that's what actually depresses me.
Yeah, no, folks. If you think that you're about to be on a database, you're already on the database. It's already over. It's done for. They've done it. They know exactly your purchases. They know what you're buying. They know where you're going. Even whenever you turn your phone off, it's not actually off.
I just remembered that, so whenever we went to the roller coasters the other day, I got a mark right here on that hand, and then today I just happened to be looking at my kid to make sure he didn't burn himself on my four-wheeler, and then I got a mark in the same exact spot on this hand. And basically, I'm like Jesus Christ, pretty much.
Is that what you're calling yourself now?
Yeah, I realize that God's trying to give me a sign that he got crucified by the Jews for what he believed. I'm gonna get crucified
This
by the
is sweet. I like this. That's badass, folks. You're looking at a fucking living saint in front of you.
I dead ass looked at that as a sign to get fucking marks on the same exact spot on both hands. God's trying to tell me something. God's trying to tell me we're on the fucking warpath.
Dylan, we're over the target. He knows. The big man upstairs knows.
What do you think about this shooting? Like, what do you actually think is the conspiracy behind it? Because there's multiple options here we could go with.
Dude, this shit is just. I mean, I'm strongly in favor of it. Just like the SWAT team accidentally shot two of the kids, so they had to do a massive cover up of the whole situation. But that's like at the minimum. Just the amount of weird shit that went on in this. I mean, I can say this: I wouldn't be surprised if it was a satanic event. I'll say that, folks.
It could be a cover up by the SWAT accidentally killing kids. I forgot my train of thought with that Mark Taylor guy. That guy's lawyer on the YouTube video I was watching. He said that in January, Eric and Dylan were both arrested, and he said that they were raped by a cop and had to cover it up because of that. The same guy who won in court against the drug companies is also saying on record that they're like, and like I guess Eric like wrote that in his journal or some shit. I don't know where that came from, but
Yeah, and the basement tapes are weird too. Like they always do that shit with the fucking manifesto stuff. It's I don't know. It's always hard to take the shit at fucking just what they're telling you, just because of all the inconsistencies. Like what's up with? I mean, and I feel like a lot can be. It can be said that maybe the survivors were being like literally shot at, so their recollection of events probably wasn't too good. So all the shit about fucking the men in black fighting each other, running down the halls, what fucking Zabel's saying on that fucking one website, I don't know. Some of it seems right, and some of it seems fucking crackpot shit.
where they are actually using real guns and ammo in their shit trying to make another movie. And they even left a camera in their car whenever they went to go commit the shooting. So you would figure that whenever they are making this new movie, like everything, they would find a camera in
Right.
their car.
It's all weird. I don't know. And they find a camera in their car. And was there any like ever like manifesto footage of that? Just a camera in the car, just recording.
I don't know. I don't even think it was on. Like I think they literally just left a camera in their car, not even
Yeah.
on.
Okay. Well. Yeah. No, that's pretty strange.
The basement tapes not being released is just why if there's nothing to hide, like fucking just release everything to the public. There's so much redacted shit in it. Whenever you look through the actual documents, they have to by law they have to redact every name that wasn't involved or in the official story. They have to before they release it go back and redact every name. So in over 100 witness statements, there is people saying there was another shooter besides Eric or Dylan, and over 100 witnesses. You could say on a couple of them, like, yeah, they might have saw someone they were getting shot at, but over 100 people naming other people, some getting as close as to within 15 feet to where they could see the acne on the shooters, on the shooter, even though neither of the two boys had that much acne, and it just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not counting that the multiple shooter situation at all. Again, I do. I feel like this was some sort of a police fuck up cover up that they had to roll out. Somebody that got willy nilly with the shooting accidentally popped the kid in the head or something. But I don't know about the NATO agents. I don't know about the 2-star general crawling out the sewer pipe. I don't know about any of that.
I'm not a big fan of any of that.
Right? No, that's it's just strange.
I feel like I got a pretty good idea of what's going on. This right here is kind of a big deal. Like in the official story, Jefferson County says only 329 shots are fired in the entire event. 141 were by law enforcement, and 188 were by the attackers. But CNN and the New York Times both reported after it happened that over 900 shots were fired, and independent investigators from the Colorado Bureau of Investigations reported over 1,000 shots fired. By looking at all the pictures of the evidence, they counted over 1,000 shell casings on the ground. So that leaves around 700, if not more, shell casings that were unaccounted for by guns that weren't traced back to either Eric or Dylan's guns or any of the cops.
That's nice.
That right there is pretty much a smoking gun. Like, there's the fact that they've claimed if you can go back into the
There's a
pictures,
fucking NATO kill squad here.
if you can go back into the picture and they're saying 300 shots were fired on this day whenever all these kids fucking died, the cops are fucking firing at them like crazy. It's crazy how the cops were firing into the school.
Yeah,
But
no.
also, they had
This is
snipers.
really why I'm leaning towards they accidentally blew a couple fucking kids' heads off, and they have to. We probably shot like 700 shots less than what we said. Don't sweat it. I don't know
One,
about that. It might not be a NATO kill squad. It might just be the cops just getting a little willy nilly.
there's one video where they're just dragging a fucking dead body, like in the middle of an active crime scene. They're dragging this fucking dead kid like super far, and it just looks like a dummy. Like I don't want to say that fucking a kid died whenever, or a kid didn't die whenever a kid really died, but like the body, whenever you see the kids running out of the school, it's like by an ambulance, and there's just, or a fire truck maybe, and there's just a dead kid laying on the ground in the middle of the grass. You can watch on.
Listen, I'm not gonna claim to know how a body's supposed to look. I didn't see the footage. I'm not gonna say anything about mannequins here, folks. Yeah. This is why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if this was a satanic ritual, is because that fucking bitch Judy Noche or whatever, that fucking weird witch bitch is just creeps me the fuck out, bro.
There's multiple teachers there that were fucking batshit insane, like
Right.
teaching some
And
stuff.
there's multiple reports of just sick things are going on here. Bro, I'm starting to get the fucking chills here now, folks. Uh,
Oh,
The
that
the
a woman.
the shit with the sick practices going on there, like that fucking the death education stuff. It is just weird. Like I don't know about you guys, but in fucking high school, I was writing up a will or talking about fucking tombstones. It, it's it's sick.
A student that went there and graduated before the event happened. She went on. So, dude, 2020 did a fucking news article or a news story in I believe it was 1990, talking about this exact thing, talking about death education classes in schools using Columbine as a specific example. And this one girl that was on there was talking about how she committed suicide herself. She tried to commit suicide herself. She had a suicide attempt, and she only blames it. She thinks she wouldn't have been able to have the balls to do it because in class she was taught to treat death as a good thing, to where you gain all of God's knowledge, to treat it like it's some happy event. She looked at it as like getting that like sweet release of knowledge that she needed. And the reason that she actually did it is because of her teachers.
That's good. That's fantastic.
Jefferson County, where Columbine was, Littleton, Colorado.
I'm
This
this
county,
county
in
go.
suicides per capita by high school age students, they're top 3 in the nation at this time because of the death education classes that are going on in this district, or in multiple districts, maybe. Like, they're treating death to a bunch of high schoolers going through fucking puberty who are already losing their minds off puberty. They're treating death like it's a good thing and talking it up like it's something you need to look forward to and making it seem like it's not that big of a deal.
This is a massive ring too, folks. Just like how Dylan was saying, this is multiple teachers are doing this. I mean, it's a literal attack on the fucking youth of this county. By I'm not gonna say it's Satanists, but it's probably Satanist pedophiles.
The year after the shooting happened in August, the principal of Columbine made a statement and said there was no such thing as the trench coat mafia. Did you ever hear about the trench coat mafia?
Dude, I know all about the trenchcoat mafia and like the other like what is up with all the fucking names of those goofy gangs? There's just a bunch of names of fucking maybe that was just the shit they did down there. I don't know. Fucking paintball gang or whatever. The other one, it's just weird.
I mean, I feel like my friend group made a fucking gang name at one point whenever we were younger, and even in high school, like I feel like we had something like that, but not fucking. This was like 12 students deep, all running in the fucking trench coat mafia. Women, girls, and boys, not just a bunch of boys that didn't have sex. That's what was always painted in the fucking media. They always try to do that, where they make them like a loner who didn't have any friends. Both kids actually had friends and were able to talk to girls. They both had girlfriends. Like, the media was crazy painting them as loners and shit, and
Right, and
tried to
they
make it about bullying.
exactly they tried to explode out right at the very start with the bullying shit. Yeah, no, these guys. I mean, they got bullied just as much as every other high schooler gets bullied. It's a high school in America, folks.
Eric Harris was also the military kid. How his dad was a fucking military pilot, and he lived at an Air Force base. Weird how it's just never in these school shootings. It's never just some average Joe.
Yeah, no, the only time it's weird is the covert operation stuff. Sure, if his dad was fucking, I mean, there's plenty of people in the fucking military. If your dad is
I'm just
some,
saying.
if your dad is some
I was
fucking company man,
These school shooters' parents are never just some fucking nut, except, or not some nut, but just some average Joe. Except the guy who shot Kirk. I guess his dad just seems like an average Joe.
right?
We that's the guy. Just before we go too deep into Columbine, are we thinking that's the actual guy that pulled the trigger?
No, bro. I mean,
I don't know.
their story is so fucking retarded. They're saying that he fucking took the rifle apart, stuffed it in his backpack in the matter of fucking like 20 seconds.
And they're also saying he changed clothes. But not even the change in clothes part. The actual most part is the rifle situation. The rifle makes absolutely no sense. For it to end up back in the woods, put back together,
Dude,
that's what is most.
and what the fuck is up with this one old bald guy just just saying shoot me to the cops, and they're fucking leading him away. Have you seen that video?
like he's in like the
Right.
Boston bombing and shit.
Right. No, this guy's been fucking in every This guy's like the Grim fucking Reaper. He's been in every mass tragedy everywhere.
It it's just so obvious that they just don't even care anymore. They literally just let it happen in front of us, and no one's going to revolt. They saw in the Epstein stuff that no one's going to revolt, so they had the balls just to fucking blast Kirk in the dome.
Yeah, no, they don't give a rat's ass. They're just trying to fucking stir shit up.
You're gonna like this drill stuff going on in Columbine. FEMA drills in Jefferson County were conducted in 1997 that helped the police force set up perimeters during the shooting, like because of the training that they received during these FEMA drills 2 years earlier. Also, bro, the day before, April 19th, 100 school administrators, not all of them from Littleton, but a handful of them were, attended a state workshop called Crisis Response Prepare for the Unthinkable. It could happen to you. And it was hosted by the Jefferson County School Response Team.
That's good.
Just the day before. And I watched a video of the speaker who was in that, just like she could not believe that just the day before. It just, all the coincidences adding up, like it's not
Right.
like.
Right. Yeah. No, it could happen to you. That's great. That's great to hear.
Before 9/11, don't do a legitimate investigation. This really took the fucking brunt of shit as far as domestic terrorism goes, and then 9/11 just swept that out of the water. Fucking got rid of the whole Columbine pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I mean they had to start their war for all that oil and the $1 trillion lithium vein and the opioids, Dylan. What the fuck are you thinking? We have to have a time scale for this shit.
In 7 investigations that were conducted by just multiple groups, FBI, the 6 of the 7 investigations were conducted by FBI agents, and then the 7th investigation was led by a former FBI agent, and the FBI's lead investigator had a son in Columbine. The FBI's lead investigator on this case.
Had his son in Columbine, one of the students.
Yeah, his student was a son at Columbine, and they didn't say that was a conflict of interest at all, even though he was in a movie produced by friends of Dylan and Eric. I guess these guys are fucking making movies all the time. I don't know what's going on with that, but friends of Dylan and Eric were in a movie with this kid that showed, and in this movie, it showed gunmen shooting up their high school, and it ends with the entire school being blown up by a laser beam.
That's
And
sweet.
this is the kid's son. Whenever that comes out, that story comes out, his dad, that lead FBI investigator, and him both say, and it was presented in class.
That's great. This is fantastic. They always will show you before it happens, folks.
That was supposedly an assignment that was done by these kids, and they somehow let the lead investigator determine whether it would be a conflict of interest or not. Because all I did was just ask him if like he'd be still okay to do it, and he said that it would be no problem for sure. Like fucking someone else.
Yeah, no, it's a strange coincidence too.
Mark Taylor being lobotomized is just wild. Who said it was a satanic ritual?
Right, right, yeah, no.
His mom can't get him. Like his mom said, he can go, like he can visit her, like she can come visit, but she cannot get him out of the system at all. And they basically made him retarded.
Yeah, no, brothers, they had to silence him. It was game over for brother.
What else do you got?
I've said my piece on Columbine. It's it's just too strange to even wrap your head around. It's like a vacuum of any rational thought leaving whenever you start researching it. You can go through 50 pages of people just talking about Columbine and nobody knows what the fuck is going on. It's insane.
Even the investigators have no idea what's going on. It's
Nobody.
crazy that
Nobody does.
100 witnesses say that there's another person that is not Dylan or Eric, but then the final product of their all these investigations leads to just 2 shooters. And somehow there there's 100 witnesses, but no third shooter is ever witnessed on tape, supposedly.
And how the fuck did the bombs get inside the school? Where is that on the fucking... Nobody ever explains this in the fucking time scale. When did those get
Bro,
in there?
they said it was in the 8 minutes where the tapes went off, just like the
Right.
Jeffrey Epstein stuff.
Right.
It was in where their tapes weren't playing. They were able to just bring in 95 fucking bombs into the cafeteria without
Right.
anyone seeing.
Fucking 8 minutes, folks.
There was also, they thought there was a suspect on the roof, and then it ended up just being a repairman, supposedly, which is just like, why the fuck is there a repairman on this during this time? Like, no, he didn't find out ever.
All right. Did you not hear people being fucking shot up down here? I would go and get help or something. Get off the fucking roof is what I would do.
There was 35 witness statements where people reported hearing either gunfire or explosions after 12 p.m. Whenever Harris and Klebold both supposedly killed themselves.
Yeah, no. It's it's strange.
The Denver Post reported the day after that by 3:45 p.m. shots still rang out inside the school. And they found out right away, supposedly, that Eric and Dylan killed themselves because they had sharpshooters on them the whole time. They had snipers supposedly looking at them, but they never once took shots at them at all. What these snipers never did, but they had eyes on them to where they were able to see them kill themselves. And then whenever they find these bodies in the library, they look like they were just already there. And then whenever they got shot. Like, have you seen the actual photo?
No.
Well, it looks like they were already down on the ground today. Got placed like under the dude's leg. And like, whenever you shots, I'm not saying this happens every time, but you lose like as soon as the bullet goes through your brain, you lose like all mental fucking function. So this fucking gun's gonna like fire fucking hard. It's gonna kick back and it's gonna land like pretty far away from your body, not super far, but it's not just gonna land right fucking under you, under your leg. And whenever the cops like they maintained for a day that it was like a murder suicide, claiming that one shot like one turned on the other, you know what I mean? Like either Eric shot Dylan or Dylan shot Eric, and then they killed themselves. But then after that they treated it like a double suicide.
Yeah, I've heard so much shit. I've also heard that they weren't even killed. I heard they made their escape into the woods with a third shooter. Have you heard that?
They weren't what?
They weren't even killed. They fucking made their escape with a third shooter out into the woods.
You think Eric and Dylan weren't killed?
This is what I've heard. I'm not saying this is not what I'm
Yeah,
going with. This is not what
I
I'm
know.
going with. Uh,
It
just
they
the
were for
amount
sure dead.
of bullshit fucking said around this shit is just it's too much. It's insane.
They were dead as fuck. I saw uncensored them dead as hell. They were definitely dead. I don't know who shot them, but it did. They seemed, dude, with how their bodies were laying, it seemed like they were already there, dead on the ground or passed out on the ground, and then took fucking 2 to the dome each of them. Like it's insane.
And again, none of it makes any sense. None of it adds up.
ATF, FBI, and U.S. Army were present when
They say that they were seeing like fucking federal agents 2 hours before shooting even started.
Yeah, I heard that as well. And it just happens to fall on their senior prank day to where right whenever the gunshots started happening, they thought.
Very nice. Senior prank. What? That's a hell of a senior prank.
Firecrackers in the school, I wouldn't have the balls. I'm just talking right after it happened. They thought, like, right as the shots were going out, there's you don't think, especially whenever Columbine happens and no school shooting has even happened before. Not there's probably been a school shooting before that, but this one is one that was like actually the big one that made everyone know about school shootings. Even not even Americans, even countries elsewhere.
Yeah, no, it was a huge wake up call. I mean, it's the start of a wave.
With the products of this investigation, like the fact that they can even hide that and just leave it sealed, like just the basement tapes, whatever the fuck they want to seal and redact. The fact that they can even do that whenever our taxpayers are paying for these investigators' salaries, it's just mind blowing that they have the balls to just do this forever and no one gives a fuck. Like, imagine being the parents of the kid that died in this school shooting and not being able to have access to the investigation, not the full investigation.
I mean, it's they won't say anything. They won't say anything about anything of the case. It was open and shut the day it happened, just like every other case. He's it's all everybody knows everything within the first fucking 12 hours somehow.
And there's dozens of interviews with students that were missing and never released. Like, multiple students, they conducted interviews that were on record and they never got released in the official investigation. And whenever people were say that it was other shootings, they were naming specific members of this trenchcoat mafia and trying, like, and over 100 people. This is the people that actually said that it was people besides Eric and Dylan. They had to get. It's lagging or it's echoing a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's done. But the people that were saying it wasn't Eric or Dylan were also saying they were getting pressured to say it was two of these guys. It wasn't any of these random people they were saying in the Trenchcoat Mafia. No, are you sure it wasn't Eric or Dylan? Is what the investigators were like trying to lead them on.
Yeah, no. Again, I think the cops got willy nilly with the shooting and actually accidentally shot somebody. Had to make sure that everybody knows that it was Mr. Klebold and what's his fucking face. It doesn't even matter. No respect. No respect for these guys.
I don't even think it's the MK Ultra angle because, like, I mean, I could see them somehow getting with this psychiatric medication, but I don't know. It just doesn't really feel like that to me.
I Dude, the psychiatric medication. Again, this is why I'm not totally set on it. Any of the crazy things is because there's usually it's always fucking Ritalin, fucking Prozac, just fucking drugs that they're trying to use to level out these people's minds, and they just fucking crack. They go crazy. And I mean, the psychoactive drugs, the fucking uppers and downers that we're giving the kids, it's a major problem.
Yeah, the psychiatric drugs that they were given is enough to make them go fucking crazy. You don't need MK Ultra to even be added into it. These kids are already fucking nuts making these crazy movies. Like, it kind of seems like they were planning on doing this and they just had help that was somehow covered up by the police, or the police went willy nilly and started fucking firing at innocent kids and then had to cover it up that way. Because this is still back.
Dude,
This is
I
back.
really do think that's what happened. Like I've seen a lot of stuff about it, and I honest to God do think that the police don't say everything about it is because they fucked up.
Fucking cops at the scene were told not to make reports. Like there was the lead officer telling cops on the scene not to file a report about what happened.
It's all fishy. It's all strange.
Some of the names that they were saying were Chris Morris, Robert Perry, Joseph Stair, and those were all members of this trenchcoat mafia. The guy Robert Perry, what was I found weird about there was like 10 statements that said Robert Perry was one of the shooters, and this guy had they could easily tell it was Robert Perry because of the acne on his face and because he was the only one in this mafia that didn't have this Australian leather duster. All of them didn't actually have trench coats. That they had Australian leather dusters, and I guess this one guy actually had a real trench coat.
Nice. The real duds. What do the folks out there think? What do the people think of this? Let's get a comment. They don't think
There's nobody.
really.
Happens to the best of us.
Well, never mind. Never. We don't even need your guys' opinion. Then fuck you.
Well, what else you got, Sam?
I've said my piece, dude. Again, I'm 100% on the cops. Just got fucking wild with it. Boys had to cover their tracks real quick.
There's supposedly pictures of Dylan Klebold's dad in an FBI uniform.
There's a lot of supposedlies about all this shit, dude. As soon as I went on that website and just like all the shit about what Zabel was saying is just all bullshit. Like there's a lot of disinformationists around this case.
Yeah, a lot of people said that they saw people there beforehand, like in the parking lot. That could be explained away by the senior prank thing, because I remember during my senior pranks in high school, there was always kids showing up like super early beforehand.
Yeah, no, it was COVID during my senior prank, so I couldn't participate, but I'm sure that was cool. Or actually, no, it wasn't because of COVID we couldn't participate. It was because fucking. I guess they were just tired of your guys' shit. Because we couldn't even have a senior prank. We weren't even allowed.
I remember they fucking cracked down on bringing vapes into the bathroom. Whenever I was a senior and Juuls were still out, that was fucking free game. I was ripping the Juul all the time in the bathroom.
Dude, they never stop the vaping in the bathroom. You can't. It's impossible.
I heard there was a bigger crackdown. Bill Clinton was involved in so much shady shit during his presidency, fucking with Waco, OKC, and this. Like, there's other shit too. I'm sure I just can't think of it right now. But like, his presidency is just filled with so much greasy shit.
Dude, I mean, he was fucking making drug deals in Arkansas.
Yeah, that's another one.
He's the most fucking corrupt politician that you could ever think of, and everybody knows it. Nobody gives a fuck.
And Hillary was so close to being president too. Like, I know Donald Trump isn't the best now, but back 2016, 2020, he actually wasn't that bad, I think. Or maybe I was just retarded.
I don't think he was that bad back then. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either, because like they arrested Jeffrey Epstein during his presidency, so it just does not feel like he's on the tapes. But somehow it kind of feels like his life's being threatened because JD Vance is a fucking just a prop that they put in, who just in the past has said, "I'm a never Trump guy. I've never liked him," and now he is vice president with him and talking him up.
It's I don't know. It just whenever it's your second term as president, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. So it's the way it goes.
I don't think it's really what he wants. I think it's kind of what Israel wants.
I mean, Israel is like it's every. I'm not gonna say it on YouTube. It's nearly every elected official is in the pocket of them.
I mean, every official has to have a fucking APAC sponsor. Like
Right, right.
it's
No, I mean
let
it's
get away with, and have let them get away with for so long.
no. I mean people are starting to wake up though.
I'm still like so black-pilled though. Like I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think we're just give in to the tyranny, just like China did. Like China has way more fucking peasants than us. Like they have over a billion people, and then they still are like this happens to them. Like just because they speak fucking Chinese over there doesn't mean they're any more retarded than us. Like they're just like us, and that it's happening over there. Like we're just getting a sneak peek of what's gonna happen to us.
Yeah, no. I mean the globalists want it everywhere. It's fine. They see it being used in China. I mean, it's the beauty of a communist country. It's just the way it goes around these parts.
A lot of the kids who witnessed it also ended up committing suicide after. That could be because of the trauma, obviously, but also it just whenever they pile up one after another, some of them do look suspicious.
Yeah, right. And fucking just I'm not even gonna say it. Just the shit about they couldn't handle keeping up the charade anymore.
They tried to say that, like the videos that I watched, I saw multiple people try to say that you can't commit suicide with a 22 from that close of range. Like it just won't get enough speed to like actually go fully into your brain and kill you like instantly, like it did with them. But
That sounds retarded as fuck.
yeah, they tried to say that because the bullet was so small, it wouldn't kill him from fucking shooting him point blank in the head.
Yeah. Well, you try it out then, buddy.
They tried to say most suicide attempts by 22 do not result in a successful suicide, but I know, like personally, this girl that's like a family friend, she got shot and killed by her boyfriend accidentally by a 22 going off in their house. Like the boyfriend was over at their house, and just the gun went off and fucking shot. He accidentally shot and killed his girlfriend.
I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how big the bullet is, if it's a piece of metal going fucking faster than the blink of an eye, straight through you. So wherever it hits you, hopefully it's not somewhere important.
A lot of people try to avoid gore and shit, like try to avoid that on their phone, but now everyone's getting so desensitized to it, and I feel like the Charlie Kirk thing is going to be a big like shift as far as to what people can handle seeing online, because Instagram's fucking crazy like that, where I never like those videos, never like watch them. That I don't watch them that much, but still they pop up all the time. I see death on Instagram all the time.
I don't see death on Instagram as much as I used to.
Yeah, I don't
The algorithm is a strange thing. I don't know. I get mostly memes.
either. I've seen too much death on Instagram because I'm sitting there trying to watch my funnies, and then all of a sudden I just see a violent car crash. Just a fucking family of four getting leveled by a semi truck, and it's like, God damn it! I wanted to watch fucking SpongeBob memes.
What are you gonna do? Sometimes you have to watch Family of Four get leveled by a car.
Well, I'm pretty much out of shit to talk about on Columbine, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm whipping up some toast and I'm hitting the sack.
I did have a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. Like, it won't take that long. The alligator Alcatraz. Did you see that news story?
Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, they opened up a fucking prison in Florida. You haven't heard about this?
No, I haven't. That sounds cool.
Well, we were sending a bunch of fucking violent criminals there, and then it got shut down, and was supposed to be shut down by the end of August. Like, I don't know why that, like, because of either the public wanting to shut down or I don't know why. But then September 4th, it gets reopened. But they already sent their fucking prisoners that they had there all over the place, to all over the different prisons. Didn't keep track of it at all. The state of Florida is blaming ICE, and then ICE is blaming the state of Florida as far as to why they didn't like keep track of where everyone went. So there's only 600 people out of the 1,800 people that were there that they can account for, and they have no idea where the other 1,200 are. They can't get a hold of anyone's, like the families can't get a hold of any of these 1,200 people because they're in the system.
Yeah, no shit. They're not going back. No, Dylan, the one thing that's consistent in our day and age is the incompetency of government. If it's a government program or just anything to do with them, you might as well just it's not going to actually work because there's just so much corruption that it's game over. It doesn't even matter.
They try to blame so much. Like we know that the government's incompetent, and then they try to blame Columbine on incompetence as to why there's so much weird shit going on. They try to do the same thing with 9/11, to where it's just like, oh yeah, these people are just incompetent. That's why they couldn't act fast enough. Even though like there's a plane, these people are in the Pentagon watching a plane fly right towards them at the Pentagon for 30 minutes. They never shoot it down. That's not just incompetence. That's fucking insane. No rational person would ever do that.
Yeah, no, in that situation, it's definitely not incompetence.
But yeah, normally most of the time it is incompetence, and then they try to think that it's believable, and we would buy it whenever shit like that happens.
Right. And at the end of the day, I mean, that's just it's crazy how bad government inefficiency is. You can't get away with nothing.
They can get away with fucking buying 10 grand for a soap dispenser. What I think that's about, like whenever people actually looked into that Doge, started looking into how much they were spending on shit, I think that's just going into black books. Like I think they're saying they're spending all that money on shit because they're just funneling that money into black book operations that are just off the record.
I think it's going into politicians' pockets. That's where I think it's going. These people are only supposed to be making like $100,000 a year doing, and they're millionaires.
And all that crypto is like untraceable. Like there's a record of it whenever it happens, but you can't see like who it goes to and shit. Like you can just see the wallet. So like I believe for sure, well, not for sure, but that is just my assumption that a lot of these politicians are funneling their money through these black book operations through crypto into their own pockets. And doing like off the record shit like fucking going into Iran trying to overthrow the government, shit like that.
Right, now those are the big boys. That's just the run of the mill. Just your elected officials. That's what they're doing. You know, they know what's going to happen in the stock market.
Dude, have you seen silver? Silver's finally catching up to gold. God.
Look out, folks.
When was last,
You're about to be a happy man.
I want you to guess what silver's at right now, because I bet you'll get it wrong.
An ounce,
Yeah.
39.
That was actually closer than I thought. I thought you'd say lower. It's at 45 smackaroos.
Yeah, no, that's the way I'm happy I have mine.
Same here.
It's a long term investment.
I wish I would have went harder in. I went way too hard into stocks and didn't trust my gut because I had to wait. I had to wait years for fucking it to finally pay off, and then whenever it finally pays off, it's just like you always think, "Damn, I should have bought more." It sucks.
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it, but I got up to 100% on Walmart, doubled up on Walmart.
Quick double. Only took like a year. Gold, silver still hasn't even fucking doubled from whenever we were buying it.
Right, now, Walmart didn't take like a year. That took more like 5 years.
Damn, I thought Walmart went up higher than that. That's actually surprising.
I mean, that's long term. I mean, I don't usually look at it. I've let it sit.
Yeah, I figured it would have went up more than 100% since COVID, because COVID, like, they fucking shut down every other place, only left open like Walmart. So they just got all the American money getting funneled there and started getting them used to going to big chain corporations for their groceries. And now they're just fucking taking over.
It's a blue collar stock. I don't have any regrets.
Did you buy a gun yet?
No, actually, I didn't.
What do you think about?
In terms of gun purchase,
Yeah, like what kind of gun? Pistol, shotgun, or rifle?
probably a Mossberg 88. I think
I don't even know what that is. Shotgun?
shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would want a shotgun first, and then I'd get a rifle. I don't really care for a pistol, but that's probably like the most, like, you're most likely to use a pistol, I would say.
I already have a nice pistol. I don't need anything.
I haven't killed a deer in so long. I went hunting every year, but either haven't seen shit. I missed like 2 years ago at one, but I can't fucking go enough because it's right whenever I'm working late as shit during like Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, no, that sucked. I haven't went since I was a kid.
Knowing how hard it would be to disassemble a 30-06 makes me realize that fucking there's no way the Kirk's assassination happened like how they say. It's just laughable that they say that he disassembled the gun in fucking 20 seconds, 30 seconds, hopped down with the gun in his backpack or in his hand or whatever, and then reassembled
Right.
on the run into the fucking woods and tossed it in the woods to lace him.
Well, they watched like an ex-army guy like try to do the same thing, try to put it in the backpack, and it took him like a minute just to get the barrel taken out.
Just
And
like with
he's out of there in 90 seconds.
Just like with Columbine, the official story is not going to be what actually happened, but then we're just going to parrot the official story like it is what actually happened for the rest of time, because that's history.
Better accept it, buddy.
Or we take over the Palantir grid. We fucking break in. Where's Palantir based? I'm sure they got to be based in fucking California somewhere. We, as Going Post, will take over the Palantir's grid and then use their AI system for our own.
We couldn't do that, dude. We would have to destroy the data centers. We have to stop it from expanding, Dylan. We can't take it over. It would consume us. It's power that no one man should hold.
Well, eventually it's not even going to be a man that's holding the power. It's going to be some AI god, fucking some overlord.
That'll make me happy.
We're going to make some type of AI that just ends up taking over all the robots that we eventually make. Like, you seen the fucking Boston Dynamics type shit? Like, we're going to have fucking soldier robots that eventually get taken over by the politicians. We're getting ruled by some AI demon.
No, that's always been the plan. They're trying to make a synthetic god.
Well, I'll let you enjoy your.
It is the Antichrist. No, I already polished the toast.
You seen anything in the
Toast
news
and
lately?
over
You
my
cut it.
thing, and
I didn't hear it.
I said I've had a piece of tape over the viewers this whole time, and if it's actually been on zero, I'm pretty sad. That that's pissed.
Yeah. I mean, people can still come back in and watch it later. But yeah, we maxed out at like 2, 3 viewers.
Whatever. Still pretty good. I wouldn't live stream it. I wouldn't live stream it. That's just me. I respect you folks. I feel that. All right. Well, peace, folks. Peace out, D Club.